What was the moment like when your arm gave out?
I only had two pitches. I had a sinker and I had a curveball. That's all I threw. Forever. I just threw a sinker and oh, the pain in my arm was excruciating. And shake your arm. I threw it again. And then I walked off the field. And I told our manager, Walt Alston, I said, Walter, I've hurt my arm. You better get somebody in. And I went over to our trainer, Bill Bueller, and I said, Billy, get a hold of Dr. Job. And he said, I've already signaled for him. So when I got into the clubhouse was filled with players and media and all that. And I went to Dr. Job and I said, how do you want to work this? And he said, come to my office tomorrow afternoon, about 2:00. And then we'll go over it then. So that's what I did. I took a shower, shaved, left the ballpark. See you guys. Bye.
And so my understanding is that you and Dr. Job thought the idea would be let's let it rest for a few weeks and see what happens, right?
Yeah. Yeah. He said, yeah, let's let it rest and maybe it will heal. But he, being the doctor that he is, the surgeon that he is, knew that that wasn't going to happen. But we tried it. You had nothing to lose.
Did you think your career was over?
No, no, because I still had steroids to go. I would have done whatever I had to do, however long it took to come back and pitch.
It sounds like it was really you who challenged Dr. Job to figure this out. Because
No,
what did you say to him?
I just said, what do you want to do? And he said, well, and he gave me the options. I said, okay, let's do it. I just said, you do what you have to do to get me back playing baseball again.
And
And if
so,
he would, and I had so much confidence in Dr. Frank Job, if he would have told me, Tommy, go take Bonnie, that was our German Shepherd, go take her poops and bury him back at second base at Dodger Stadium, you'll be okay. I would have done it because whatever he told me to do, I would have done.
before this surgery was invented for
Mm-hmm.
you,
Mm-hmm.
a pitcher's career was over if he blew his UCL, right?
Basically, yeah.
How did Dr. Job describe to you what he was going to do to fix you?
Just said, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take a tendon out of your right arm and graft it into your left elbow. Okay. If that's what you think I need to play again, we'll do it.
And what did he tell you your chances were that it would work?
He didn't say, but he said, do you have something else to do other than baseball? And I said, well, I could announce probably, radio or TV, whatever. And he said, keep your options open because there's no guarantee.
So you were the first ever to have
Mm-hmm.
this surgery that was
Right.
invented for you.
Right.
What was that like? Was it painful? Was it scary?
No. Painful? No, because you're out. I mean, I'm under.
I would like for you to perhaps dispel a myth that Tommy John surgery is no big deal. What was the recovery like from this surgery that was invented for you?
Recovery. I was in a cast or splint for 6 weeks. And then I came out and about another 6 weeks. And Dr. Job said, okay, now you can start throwing. So I got in the backyard and I started throwing to my wife. She had played some softball and stuff like that, so she could catch a little. And we just played toss. And I threw and I threw and I threw. And then all of a sudden we go down to spring training at Vero Beach. And I go down to the bullpens, and we've got our bullpen catcher, Mark Cressy, and I throw to him. I don't pitch, I throw. And I just threw boom, 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 boom. And at the end of spring training, I was throwing batting practice. And then I don't know how much longer it was, but I started pitching in some rehab games. They had me go over to Arizona in the Arizona League, the spring league of, it was mainly minor league kids and all that, but then just pitch, just throw. That's what I did. That's what I did.
So it was a long recovery. It was what, a year until you
A year and a day.
What do you want people to know about this surgery that's named after you?
You have a surgery that can make you healthy again, but it doesn't mean that you're cured. You know, you have to watch what you do and how you do it and all this, and just pitch. And I mean, I threw till my arm got tired, and I didn't have pitch counts, like, you know, like you're warming up or whatever. No, I just threw. My arm felt good. Okay, throw a couple more. Boom. Okay, let's go.
So at what point did this surgery invented for you become known as Tommy John?
Down the road, I asked Dr. Job, why do you call it Tommy John? And he said, well, when I was giving talks to other surgeons about what he did, how he did it, and all this, he said, you know, it's the ulnar collateral ligament replacement with the palmaris longus tendon. He said, that's too long, too tough to say. And I said, you know, the surgery I did on Tommy John. And they all went, oh, yeah. And then it became, you know, Tommy John surgery. And a lot of ball players, Davy Lopes was one. He said it should have been called Dr. Job surgery. And I said, Davy, I'll agree, yes, but Job was not that kind of a guy.
How does it feel to have a surgery named after you?
Well, it's better to have an orthopedic surgery than a proctological surgery.
Fair.
Yes.
What do you make of the fact that there have been so many Tommy John surgeries since that first operation 50 years ago?
Well, if you're talking about major league ball players, pitchers, you know, that's fine. But now you're getting into kids. I think I saw the other day that there was a kid 13 years old was going to have Tommy John surgery. That is a no. No, that kid, go find something else to do.
Why? Why is it a no-no?
13 years old and have your arm operated on to pitch in Babe Ruth League or high school ball? Come on, you're not getting paid. You know, you've got people running baseball now, and especially in the lower leagues that want pitchers to come out and do all kinds of arm stuff. Come on. No, doesn't happen. Shouldn't happen.
And what do you make of the culture today that wants kids?
They put too much emphasis on speed. And you should be talking to these kids about placement, movement, not how hard you throw. Throw it as hard as you can. If you throw it as hard as you can't throw it where you want to throw it. And in my opinion, and this is me, control is more important than speed. Now, if you throw the ball hard and can throw it over the plate or the outside corner, then your name is Sandy Koufax.
I know you and your son have spoken, like you want to create awareness around how to prevent repetitive injury for kids. And I saw something where your son said, Tommy John is trying to prevent Tommy John. Is it true to say that in some way, Tommy John wants to make sure there are fewer Tommy Johns?
It's fine with me. I hope they come up with some way to work out and take care of your arm that you never have to have the surgery done. But it doesn't work that way.
So, Tommy John, let me ask you, is
Yeah,
Tommy John a blessing and a curse for the game?
I think it is. Well, it's a blessing that you can fix a kid's arm. And it's a curse that you have people that throw these kids so much, so early, so often that they come down and they need Tommy John surgery. I find that reprehensible.
Is there anything else you want people to know that you want to say on this subject?
Just if you're going to play the game, play it as hard as you can and let the chips fall where they may. Then the next day you gather up your chips and you go out and you do it again. And you do it again.